Hello everyone. Today we will discuss question paper revision. Previous class we will discuss very short answers and long answers. In this class we will discuss short answers. Short answer first question, inspiration and expression. Inspiration and expression. First one, inspiration. Inspiration. So the inspiration means the intaking of atmospheric air into the intake of atmospheric air into the lungs is called as inspiration. Intake of atmospheric air. Intake of atmosphere. Into the lungs. Intake of atmospheric air into the lungs is called as inspiration. Intake of atmospheric air into the lungs is called as inspiration. Next one, so the inspiration is active process. It is a active process. It is a active process. So the active process means so the contraction of muscles. So the external intercostal muscles, internal intercostal muscles, so diaphragm muscles. So the contraction of muscles. So in this contraction of muscle time, the loss of few energy, loss of amount of energy. So this process is called as active process because of muscle contraction. Muscle contraction. So the muscle contraction, so the loss of energy, so they are called as active process. Next one, first step, so the diaphragm, they are shape into the flat. The diaphragm is converted, the diaphragm is shape of the flat shape. So the diaphragm becomes flat. The diaphragm becomes flat because of contraction of diaphragm muscles. See the diagram. Just a rough diagram. So these are the diaphragm. Present diaphragm shape is dome shape. Present diaphragm shape is dome shape. Diaphragm shape is dome shape. So the diaphragm, they move to the flat. The diaphragm becomes a flat. The contraction of diaphragm muscles. Contraction of diaphragm muscles. The diaphragm becomes flat. The diaphragm becomes flat. So they are the contraction of diaphragm muscles. Diaphragm muscles. Contraction of diaphragm muscle. So this a diaphragm, so they are becomes to the flat. So the diaphragm, their dome shape to they are transferred to the flat. So dome shape to they are transferred to the flat. Next one, the contraction of external intercostal muscles. 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 So this contraction of external intercostal muscles. So the sternum and ribs, they are the move up. Sternum and ribs. Sternum and ribs move up. sternum and ribs move up. So the contraction of external intercostal muscles, sternal bone. So the sternal bone and ribs. So they are the move up. So they are move up. So the increasing of pulmonary volume, increasing of pulmonary volume. So the space is increases. The space is increases. So the pressure is increases. So the ribs is a move up to the next one. The increasing the volume of the thoracic chamber. This increase volume of thoracic chamber. Increasing of thoracic chamber. So the pressure is increases. The pressure is increases. So the next it causes increase in the pulmonary volume. It causes increasing to the pulmonary volume. Increase pulmonary volume. Increase pulmonary volume. Increase pulmonary volume. So the pulmonary volume is increases, atmospheric pulmonary volume is decreases. So the next one, so the it leads to the increase in the intrapulmonary pressure. It leads to the increasing the intrapulmonary pressure. So the increasing the intrapulmonary pressure. So the air coming from the outside to inside. So the in this leads the an increase in the intrapulmonary pressure causing to the it causes increase in the pulmonary volume. Force the air from the outside to force air coming from outside to into lungs. Outside into the lungs. So they are called as inspiration. So the inspiration time. So these are the intaking of atmospheric air is called as inspiration. So it is the active process, means so they are muscle contraction or loss of energy. So they are called as active process. So the diaphragm becomes a flat because of contraction of diaphragm muscles. Next one, so the contraction of external intercostal muscles. So the internal costal muscles. So sternum and ribs move up. So this increasing the volume of the thoracic chamber. It causes increase the pulmonary volume. So the pulmonary volume increases. So the atmospheric air pulmonary volume is decrease. Internal pulmonary volume is increases. So the atmospheric air forced into the lungs. So they are called as inspiration. Next one, expiration. Second one, expiration. So they are the they are the dome shape. Next one, the diaphragm is dome shape. Next one, they contract to the transverse shape, so slightly. Next one, expiration. Next one, expiration. So the expiration means, so these are the lungs air go to the outside, the internal air go to the outside. So they are called as expiration. So the inside air go to the outside. So they are called as expiration. So the release of alveolar air into the exterior. Release of alveolar air into the exterior. Release the atmosphere, the release of the alveolar air into the exterior. So they are called as expiration. Elimination of gases from the lungs. So they are called as expiration. So they are the passive process. It is a passive process. So passive process means there is no loss of the energy. Next one, so the relaxation of external intercostal muscles. Relaxation of the external intercostal muscle. So the ribs in the downwards and the sternum is downwards. So the diaphragm is dome shape. Sternum, ribs and sternum and ribs downwards and sternum diaphragm dome shape. Diaphragm dome shape. The diaphragm transfer to the dome shape. The diaphragm is transferred to the dome shape. So in this time, so they are it reduce the thoracic volume. It reduce the thoracic volume. It reduce the thoracic volume and thereby the pulmonary volume and thereby pulmonary volume. So the reducing to the thoracic volume. So the air move to the outside. Air move to the outside. So they are called as expression. So in this two, the contraction of external intercostal muscles and relaxation of external intercostal muscles. So in the contraction time, ribs and sternum move to the upwards. In the relaxation time, sternum and ribs in the downwards. So they are increasing the pulmonary volume, decreasing to the pulmonary volume. So they are called as inspiration and expression. Next one, respiratory regulatory movements. Next question, respiratory regulatory movements. Next question, respiratory regulatory movements. Respiratory regulatory movements. So respiratory regulatory movements, so they are controlling of the respiration process. So they are the four respiratory regulatory movements. First one respiratory rhythmic center. First one respiratory rhythmic center. First one respiratory rhythmic center. Respiratory rhythmic center. Second one pneumotoxic center. Pneumotoxic center. Third one chemosensitive area. Chemosensitive area. Fourth one aortic arch and pulmonary artery. Next one aortic arch and carotid artery. Aortic arch and carotid artery. Fourth one aortic arch and carotid artery. Aortic arch and carotid artery. Aortic arch and carotid artery. So they are the four respiratory regulatory movements: respiratory rhythmic center, pneumotoxic center, chemosensitive area, and aortic arch and carotid artery. Aortic arch and carotid artery. First one respiratory rhythmic center. So this respiratory rhythmic center is present in the medulla region of the brain. It is present medulla region of brain. Medulla region of brain. So it is presenting in the medulla region of brain. Next one, so its function, so they are the normally controlling of the inspiration and expression. Normal, the respiration, controlling of the normal respiration process, controlling of the normal respiration process. Normal respiration process. So they are the controlling of the normal respiration process. Next one, pneumotoxic center. Second one, pneumotoxic center. So it is presenting in the pons of the brain. It is present pons of brain. They are presenting in the pons varolii of the brain. So the pneumotoxic center presenting on the pons varolii of the brain. So it is controlling of the respiratory rhythmic center. It is controlled by respiratory rhythmic center. Respiratory rhythmic center. It is controlled by the respiratory rhythmic center. Third one, chemosensitive area. So the chemosensitive area means, so they are the sensitized the hydrogen ions and chloride ions. So it is the sensitized from the highly sensitive to the carbon dioxide and hydrogen ions. It is highly sensitive to carbon dioxide and hydrogen ions. Highly sensitive to the carbon dioxide and hydrogen ions. So the increasing these levels of the blood circulation. So the increasing of the CO2 and hydrogen ions in the blood circulation. So they are the impulse sending to the respiratory rhythmic center. So the impulse messages sending information sending to the respiratory rhythmic center. Respiratory rhythmic center. So they are information sending to the respiratory rhythmic center. So the respiratory rhythmic center, so the increasing to the respiration process, elimination of the carbon dioxide and hydrogen ions. So they are the chemosensitive area. Next one, aortic arch and carotid artery. Fourth one, aortic arch and carotid artery. So the chemoreceptor recognize the changes of the CO2 and H plus concentration. So it is the chemoreceptors. It is the chemoreceptors. So it is the recognize the changes of CO2 and H plus concentration. So they recognize the changes of the carbon dioxide and hydrogen concentration. So this information sending to the respiratory rhythmic center and pneumotoxic center. Information sending to the respiratory rhythmic center, and pneumotoxic center. So the information sending from the pneumotoxic center and respiratory rhythmic center. So these two centers, the main function, so they are increasing of the respiration process and decreasing of the respiration process, maintain the normal respiration. So our blood circulatory system increasing of the CO2 levels or hydrogen ion levels. So they are the increasing to the these information sending to the respiratory rhythmic center. So the respiratory rhythmic center increasing of the respiration process. So the increasing of the respiration process, elimination of carbon dioxide and hydrogen ions. So they are the respiratory regulatory movements. Respiratory rhythmic center, pneumotoxic center, chemosensitive area, aortic arch and carotid artery. Next question, Cori cycle. Next one, Cori cycle. So the Cori cycle means, so the accumulation of lactic acid in the skeletal muscles. Because of, so the anaerobic respiration process. Respiration process, two types, aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration. So the oxygen is not available that time. So the anaerobic respiration process occurring in the muscles, anaerobic respiration process, there are accumulation of lactic acid. So this lactic acid move to the muscle to liver through the blood circulation. So the glucose. So the glucose is converted into the lactic acid. So the anaerobic respiration process in the muscle, accumulation of lactic acid through the glucose. The glucose is converting to the lactic acid. So this lactic acid, the muscle, through the blood circulatory system, they are sending to the liver. So in this liver, the lactic acid is converting to the pyruvate. So the pyruvic acid is converting to the glucose through the gluconeogenesis. The pyruvic acid is converting to the glucose through the gluconeogenesis process. So this glucose is moved to the blood circulation, so entering into the muscle, enters into the muscle. So this cycle is called between the muscle and liver through the blood circulation. So this circulation is called as Cori cycle. So simple, Cori cycle means, so in the accumulation of the lactic acid through the anaerobic respiration process in the skeletal muscles, the lactic acid is accumulation. So this lactic acid, blood circulatory system, they are transferred to the liver. So the liver, so in the gluconeogenesis process, the lactic acid is converting to the glucose. So this glucose, they resend it to the muscle through the blood circulatory system. So the muscle is utilization of glucose. So these are the between the muscle and liver. This circulation is called as Cori cycle. So the two-way of traffic between the muscle and liver, so they are called as Cori cycle. Very important question, annual exam, Cori cycle, very important question. Next one, respiratory regulatory movements, very important question. Next one, inspiration and expression. Next question, mechanism of blood clotting. So the mechanism of blood clotting, so they are presenting on the 13 blood clotting factors. So they are helping from the blood clotting, blood coagulation. So they are the three pathways, step 1, step 2, step 3. So the step 1, prothrombin formation. First one, prothrombin formation. So in this prothrombin formation, there are two types. One is the intrinsic pathway, another one is the extrinsic pathway. Next one, prothrombin to conversion of thrombin. So the prothrombin, step 2, prothrombin is converting to the thrombin. Next one, so the fibrinogen, step 3, fibrinogen is converting to the fibrin. So these three steps in the blood clotting mechanism. First one, step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1, prothrombin activator. So prothrombin formation. So this prothrombin formation in these two ways. One is the intrinsic pathway, another one is the extrinsic pathway. Second, step 2. So the inactive prothrombin to active thrombin. The conversion of inactive prothrombin to active thrombin. Next one, step 3. Fibrinogen is converting to the fibrin. So they are the three steps of the involving of the blood coagulation. Next question, LS of kidney. Next one, diagram LS of kidney. So draw the diagram of the LS of kidney. First one, next one, pyramids, renal pyramids. Renal pyramids. Next one, ureter. Next one, ureter. Next one, renal artery and renal vein. Renal artery and renal vein. Renal artery and renal vein. Renal vein. So these are the LS of kidney diagram. LS of kidney diagram. Labeling the diagram. First, labeling the diagram. First one. So they are the medullary pyramids. Medullary pyramids. Next one. So they are the renal column. So these are the renal column. Next one, renal artery. These are the renal vein. Next one, they are the ureter. Next one, these are the cortex. Next one, so these are the renal capsule. Renal capsule. Next one, so these are the pelvis. They are the pelvis. So they are the LS of kidney. So the LS of kidney. So they are presenting on the, just draw the diagram and labeling the diagram. Draw the diagram and labeling the diagram. So they are the 5 short answers.